the day. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off the bootleg, Watts. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Watts pass. Complete.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 31, the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Watts. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Vikings.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fowler. And this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fowler. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. Turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down. Watts looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, man, can't do that.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Manning. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
The ball carries
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Watts looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Right here. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd down, McDowell, and he has the first. 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
No
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Watts. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again. Fowler. Over the middle, complete. It's Peters. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll run on first down. Landry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions, and guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watts. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Fowler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw again. Fowler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chavez. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Minnesota.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Landry pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 32, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, Fowler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Cowboys 14.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Fowler to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw on 3rd down. Fowler. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Vikings 3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 1st and 10, Watts. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, McDowell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watts. Throw left side complete. That's Manning.
That's good.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Operating from the gun, Watts flushed out right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Watts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Watts eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down now, McCall, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Watts escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25 yards.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Down Minnesota.
Throwing on 1st down. Fowler looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fowler. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
12 yards.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fowler is going to flip one out here to his running back.
Fowler's pass.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. 31-12 was the final. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Down at the 28-yard
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
48-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Watts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And it's 21-3.
The kick is good.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Fowler. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Banks. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Watts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Watts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Throwing on first down. Fowler over the middle, complete. That's Lucas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Going to give this time to the tailback. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Tackle made at the 20.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
46.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Sam, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You're trapped. You're trapped.
Back to throw. Fowler. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw. Watts got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. McDowell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On 3rd down, McDowell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Mark 70. You got time right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Shift. 70, 10, SOS. 19 tight.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. McDowell, solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Watch the twins.
On 1st down, McDowell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Right back to him on first down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
On 1st and 10, Fowler. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fowler. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Operating from the gun, Fowler. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for number 85.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Return team.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.